Well, hello. You are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. Today it occurs to me that I want to talk a little bit about showing up. Now, you may imagine to yourself that you always show up wherever you're supposed to be. And that may very well be true. I'm going to speak for myself, and maybe you'll overhear something of the truth of yourself in my story. And that is, I often find myself living from event to event. That is, I am planning for or making preps for or lists for something that is coming up that I need to do. Now, I'm not saying that's not a good idea, because it is a good idea to be prepared for what's coming. But sometimes I don't show up for life right now. Instead of recognizing that my life is happening now, I imagine that my life's going to happen on that next vacation, or at that next movie, or that next binge watch of Netflix, or whatever else we binge watch out there. It's going to be that next posting that I see that extols my virtues. It's going to be that next lunch I have with a friend, or whatever the next thing is. But the truth is, the life that we have is right here in front of us right now. This moment, in this moment, whether you're watching this video live or you're watching it sometime later on this week, this month, this year, or whenever in perpetuity it continues to exist, whenever you're watching it, this is your life right now. And I want to invite you and invite me to show up now. You know, I've talked a lot about in these short videos about practices that help bring us back to the moment, attending to our breath. You know, I talked about catching our breath last week, because when we catch our breath, when we pay attention to the catch between our breath in and our breath out, or between our breath out and our breath in, that it brings us back to now, that we become focused now. Here I am in this space. Isn't it wonderful to be alive in this moment? It's not wonderful to be alive because later on today I'm going to make a great cup of coffee and sit down with my wife Linda and enjoy it. Or life is great because later on tonight I'm going to have dinner. We might have that leftover delicious chili that Linda made. Those may very well happen, and they could be great. But why isn't right now, when apparently nothing is happening, why isn't this just as great as that? Why do I need an event to be living for that's in the future, or a regret to drag me back into the past in order to know that I'm alive? Because you see, right now, you and I are alive in this moment. But I often don't show up for this moment because I'm planning for the next moment, or regretting the past moment. So whatever you do to bring yourself awake right here and right now, whether it is, as I've suggested in the past, that you hold your warm cup of tea or coffee or hot chocolate, or your cold glass of water or tea or whatever you're drinking, and you feel that coldness in your hand, and that temperature awareness in your body brings you back to now. Whether it's paying attention to your breathing as it goes in and out and you feel your chest rise, oftentimes getting back to now, showing up now, is about paying attention to something that is always now, and that's your body. Your body's always here. Your mind is all over the place. Your feelings are all over the place. But your body knows where you really are right now, where you physically are right now. So do something to bring yourself to the moment. Feel your breath. Feel the warmth of your skin. I just shaved today. feel the smoothness of your face, or if you haven't shaved, the prickliness of your face, or if your face is always smooth because you don't have whiskers, and I don't have that many, but if your face is always smooth, maybe just touch that and feel that. Feel the regularities, and I felt an irregularity over here, something that's a little bumpy. Just be aware of the body as it is. Be aware of now and show up now. So when you're sitting with someone, be there. When you're sitting by yourself, be there. It's just as important to show up for yourself as it is for someone else. Because you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. Right now. Right now. Be here now. Show up for your life. It's a beautiful life. It's worth living right here and right now in this space. Thanks for joining me today. And until the next time, I hope you'll show up. I'm certainly going to try to